The Legend of Genji Chapter 1 Part 2 is finally out, and it's a decent bit longer than Part 1. It starts off with the fake avatar Luan returning home. He's greeted by the president of the Earth Kingdom. They talk about how his travel went, his earthbending training, and then Luan states that he's excited to finally get over earthbending and start to firebend. Now the president's like, whoa, let's take it easy now, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And then he tells him, let's talk about this after your exam. I have a feeling no matter how well this exam goes, he's not going past it and he's not moving on to firebending. I think the president knows. I think he knows that Luan is not the avatar. Aang learned all the elements at 12 years of age, Korra was bending the elements at like 2, and Luan hasn't bent anything yet, and he's like 17 years old. An avatar knowing he's the avatar and not bending the other elements, this should be weird to anybody. We get informed about a party that there's going to be a lot of important people there, and Luan has to give a speech. Hi, I was told that if I don't beg for subs at this point of the video, then I'm not maximizing my growth as a YouTuber. So yeah, whatever that means, so subscribe guys, I don't know, let's get back to the video. They're making him prepare 2 different versions of this speech. This lady, who is oddly controversial, I saw so many comments mad that she looked white. I mean, people are already mixing a ton in The Legend of Korra, so I'm not really surprised by this. Anyway, this lady is like Mrs. Media Trainer. She is on everything. She knows who's going to the party, what to say to them, what connections they hold, who they are, everything. Clearly, our boy Luan is not happy about all of this. He just wants to stay home. He just wants to train. He wants to prepare for his exam. On the next page, we get our first look at where Genji lives. We get back to Genji and he's walking his sister home. Now, she's upset with Genji. Genji was late to pick her up, and apparently he's always late. His sister's like, I don't understand, why do I have to walk home with you every day? Why can't I just walk home alone? Genji's reply tells us a little bit more about the world we're dealing with here. Genji tells her that there's protests and riots and he just doesn't want her to get mixed up in all of that. Most of these people in the city tend to be wearing wrist wraps, like Genji and his sister. Now, this is not confirmed, but I'm willing to bet that everybody that has these wrist straps on are probably sandbenders. Now, Genji's sister is upset with him, and Genji wants to be a good big brother and he wants to make it up to her. He's like, fine, I guess I'll have to do this the hard way, and he starts to sandbend. Now, I know this is just a playful scene, but it shows how good Genji is at sandbending. Now, if I were to make a guess, I would say Genji probably didn't have any formal training, but he still has great manipulation of the sand. He's able to pick his sister up, he's able to move her around, throw her in the air, all of that without even hurting her. I can't wait to see what Genji can actually do when he's fighting. I love a rags to riches story, but I don't want Genji to be a pushover. He's clearly talented and he should be able to hold his own. After sandbending, all of these people are staring at Genji. Notice how it's the ones not wearing straps around their wrist who are uncomfortable with the sandbending. We get home and Genji and his sister are watching TV, and it's pro bending. The fire ferrets are playing. I don't understand why people hate pro bending. I see people in the comments hating on it. I don't know why. It's a sport. It brings people together. It brings families together. Just like in real life, it's the same thing here. No one should be mad at pro bending for existing. It's just weird. We finally get to see Genji's mom as she returns home from work. Genji pulls his mom aside and tells her they have an eviction notice. On top of all of that, there's riots, there's crime, it's everywhere. The president issued a regional curfew at sundown. Now this is really bad. Their family just received an eviction notice, and now Genji's mom can't even go to work anymore. She works the night shift. It's all up to Genji to make ends meet now. That is the end of part 2. I'm really happy with the direction this story is going. We have multiple things happening right now. We have Luan and the ever-evolving fake avatar stuff. We have Genji being the real avatar. We have the riots and people not liking sandbenders. We have the eviction notice. Maybe we're gonna see Genji make some tough choices. Maybe he's gonna have to do something that's not so good to make ends meet. But hey, who knows what's gonna happen. I'm definitely looking forward to see how things play out. Part 3 comes out on May 14th, and as always, I drop my reviews on the day of, so subscribe to stay up to date. Be sure to check out all the official sources in the description down below, and I'm out.